Welcome back everyone to more BallyDung Wrestling Scars and Stripes. We just saw Winter win the Classic Championship, and now we've got another championship matchup here. The Hardcore Championship will be on the line. Ken Shamrock, who won the title a few months back, is now putting the championship on the line, and it will be contested inside Hell in a Cell. Of course, Shamrock has been a fighting hardcore champion since winning that championship belt, and tonight he will try to keep solidifying his reign as hardcore champion, as Alberto Del Rio showing off here. He's got that nice car and everything. And Alberto Del Rio, he's dabbled in mixed martial arts in the past, and he is a very good wrestler when he's put to the task. I mean, I don't think he is going to be competing in this matchup, though. I think he is going to be the referee, if my notes are correct. But Alberto Del Rio, he's put up a fight in some of his matches, and to be a referee tonight is kind of probably, in some ways, an insult to him. But nonetheless, I don't know anybody that would want to take on Ken Shamrock with the momentum and on the roll that Ken Shamrock has been on thus far. But Shamrock wearing that hardcore championship, and he got the opportunity because of how far he went in a battle royal back at WrestleWave, I believe it was. And he pretty much tried to outlast as many competitors as possible, but it was just too much for him to overcome. But then he was given a shot at the hardcore champion, Sheamus, at the time, and defeated Sheamus. And that hardcore title has had quite a short lineage thus far. Dude Love, Sheamus, and now Ken Shamrock. And will we see another page written in that history book, as here comes Big Show. And Big Show, he's got to be fired up. At the last pay-per-view event, he came close to almost winning the Hardcore Championship, but then something happened where I guess he must have gotten confused or something, and Shamrock was able to retain the Hardcore Championship. But will Shamrock have the same luck here tonight against Big Show one-on-one, now that it's not a triple threat, and now that he's got to defeat the Big Show? And with this Hell in a Cell, only pinfalls and submissions count in this kind of a matchup, so Ken Shamrock's either got to knock the Big Show out and pin him for the 3 count, or get him to tap out to some kind of submission hold. And of course, a lot of people know of Ken Shamrock's ankle lock submission hold, which he wrenches back on ankles, and it's gotten him very, very far in his career, and we'll have to see if maybe that will help him here on the 4th of July here at Scars and Stripes 3. And we've seen quite a number of championship matches on the card thus far. And remember, we're getting the main event is going to be a huge, huge title matchup for the one RD, Britt, and Rage. Those 4 men will go at it, and possibly one of them could be walking out with 2 championships. And Shamrock with that suplex there to Big Show, starting off quickly, and it looks like Ken Shamrock's trying to finish this off with a sleeper hold in the early going. Big Show seems to be off of his game, but Alberto Del Rio doesn't seem to like Shamrock's tactics thus far, as he's admonishing Shamrock and trying to. Looks like Alberto Del Rio has been trying to get involved in this matchup, as Shamrock takes down Big Show and goes right for the leg, and now a cover by Shamrock, but Alberto Del Rio not even bothering to count, as Alberto Del Rio with the cross arm breaker to the Big Show now. And Big Show probably isn't too happy with that interference. But Alberto Del Rio, he was brought in to be impartial, but I don't know if he's going to be impartial at all. If from what we've seen thus far, I think he's got some kind of bias against both these competitors. Or perhaps this is Alberto Del Rio's way of letting the hardcore division know that he's looking to get into that division and go for that championship. But I don't think this is the way to go about it. As Shamrock, that was a good maneuver there, that gut buster there by Shamrock. But Alberto Del Rio again with the cross arm breaker. I don't know why he's trying to attack Ken Shamrock or what he's trying to accomplish there by doing such. As Big Show grabs Shamrock by the throat and a choke slam. And now Big Show with a cover hooks the leg. 1-0 and a kick out there by Shamrock. Shamrock almost cost himself the Hardcore Championship, I believe, by getting distracted and letting Alberto Del Rio get it in his head or get it in his mind. As Alberto Del Rio now is going to introduce a steel chair into the ring. And remember, no disqualification in hardcore matches. So these hardcore matches, as Big Show now on the attack. I think Shamrock might regret. Shamrock sends Big Show into the corner though, but Big Show counters that maneuver by Shamrock. I think Shamrock, though, he may regret getting involved in with the referee there. But Alberto Del Rio, not even paying attention. Big Show, I believe, was tapping out. But it seems like Alberto Del Rio doesn't seem to care that Big Show might have been out of this matchup. But I think thanks to Alberto Del Rio, Big Show is not out of this matchup now. And Shamrock, of course, he's held championships in another organization. He's been in Ultimate Fighting he's been in MMA, Ultimate Fighting, and that was pretty much, I think, where his name got recognized. And then, of course, he went to professional wrestling, and then now I guess he's back here to compete. And, a DDT right out of that steel chair there by Alberto Del Rio. And I don't know why Alberto, what he's got against Ken Shamrock, but whatever it is, he seems to be trying to cost Ken Shamrock this Hardcore Championship for whatever reason. Maybe there's some tension or something that's gone on backstage that we don't know about, but nonetheless, Alberto Del Rio does not seem to be impartial by any means in this matchup. And what a big honor it would be for Big Show if he were to win a championship on the 4th of July at Scars and Stripes 3. I mean, that would be probably a huge honor for anybody. And remember, Claire brought the Hardcore Championship in because she wanted to see more action. She wanted to see stars go all out. She wanted to see the rules broken. She wanted to see action. More action in BallyDung Wrestling. And that's why that belt was introduced. As Shamrock and Big Show just having a back and forth. And those steel steps thrown right into the ring as Big Show walks right over Ken Shamrock's chest. And Shamrock, being inside this cage, might bring back some of his memories of his Octagon days or his Ultimate Fighting days, MMA fighting days. And of course, other competitors have been in MMA as well. Stars like Brock Lesnar, who's actually been a champion in Ultimate Fighting. And now Alberto Del Rio, again, admonishing Shamrock for something. And Shamrock, I guess not, he doesn't want to pay, he doesn't want to get distracted as Alberto Del Rio helps up the Big Show. And Shamrock, oh my goodness, a power slam there to Big Show. That is a lot of weight to be picking up for Ken Shamrock, as Alberto Del Rio is still trying to interject himself into this matchup. But Shamrock has seemingly blocked out all the distractions. I think Ken Shamrock has now gone into what he calls the zone, where nothing seems to affect him, and he's just going to try to wear down the Big Show here with whatever he's got left. As Big Show, he's got him in a suplex. And is he going to do it? Suplex down. The Big Show seems to be in a lot of trouble, but Alberto Del Rio right into the cage. Alberto Del Rio knocked Shamrock off the apron and into the cage, and now Shamrock, I think, has seemingly had enough of Alberto Del Rio's distractions, as Big Show capitalizes on the distraction, and Alberto, right onto the back of Shamrock. That can't help or do him any favors in a matchup quite like this. As Shamrock now trying to find something, trying to dig down deep and find some way, as now he attacks Alberto Del Rio, and Del Rio now attacking Shamrock again. And I think, a steel chair right to the face. I think Alberto has had enough of Ken Shamrock, and I think he's going to teach him a lesson here. But Big Show, I mean, Shamrock's got to keep his mind focused on this matchup and not worry about the referee. But it's kind of become, in a way, a handicap match or a triple threat match, if you look at it that way, because it seems like both Big Show and Shamrock are having issues with the referee here in this matchup, as Shamrock has Big Show locked in another sleeper hold. And looks like Alberto Del Rio doesn't want to... Oh, right onto that. Ken Shamrock's head just hit the steel ring steps there. Ken Shamrock could be knocked out. He could be knocked out or incapacitated. Oh, and that arm, Big Show working over the arm now of Ken Shamrock, and Shamrock rake of the eyes. And Alberto Del Rio again with a cross arm breaker takes down Ken Shamrock. And I think the board of directors probably isn't too happy with Alberto Del Rio's actions right now, at least in the early goings of this matchup, as Alberto Del Rio has been less than impartial. And now Big Show slams the back of Ken Shamrock right up against that steel cage there. Ooh, that fence-like structure, and Big Show just really taking it to Shamrock. Shamrock really not being able to mount any more, seemingly any kind of offense, as Alberto Del Rio tosses Shamrock right into the cage again. And Big Show picking up Shamrock, trying to continue this assault as he lifts Shamrock up over his head. And, oh, a gorilla press slam there. And Big Show could be on the verge of winning the Hardcore Championship. And what a shocking turn of events that would be. Especially if Shamrock is able to overcome these odds with the crooked officiating thus far by Alberto Del Rio, I would be shocked. I'd be surprised. But Shamrock, he is a fighter. He will not give up, especially when the odds are against him. He just continues. Oh, and that underhook suplex there. But Alberto Del Rio again helping the Big Show to his feet. As Shamrock now tries to, it seems like he's trying to break down that side of the cell, but Big Show goes for a spear right through that cell. They are now on the outside, and Alberto Del Rio, 1, 2, 3, and that is it. The Big Show has won the title with a little bit of a fast count there by Alberto Del Rio, but nonetheless, Big Show wins the Hardcore Championship here on the 4th of July, and I'm sure that is going to make his celebration that much sweeter, as he's probably going to celebrate well into the night with all the other competitors that have won matches here on Scars and Stripes 3, but a big win here by the Big Show. And he's wearing that Hardcore title now around his waist. Shamrock still can't believe that he's lost this matchup, but I guess the referee's decision is final, no matter how controversial it may be, as Big Show is starting to now climb up to the top of that Hell in a Cell structure. And now he's up on the top of the cell, still celebrating his title victory. Congratulations to the Big Show on becoming the new Hardcore Champion. We'll have to see how long he keeps that championship around his waist, but I am sure Shamrock will want a rematch. But tonight is the Big Show's night to celebrate, and he deserves it. I mean, he won the match, despite what you might say about the referee, but nonetheless, Big Show, new Hardcore Champion, and it was a very good matchup, to say the least.